Hey guys, this is James with This Beautiful Crazy Life. Thanks for joining me today. Just a really quick video. Recently, Taraji P Henson, who is a famous actress that many people know from Empire and a few other things, came out about her thoughts on suicide and how she was struggling earlier this year during the quarantine pandemic lockdown. Now, recently, about a year ago, Taraji's been very open about her struggles with anxiety and depression. And I just want to play this clip. It's a minute long because it's powerful. Let's take a listen.
Okay.
I had a dark moment. I was in a dark place.
Right.
For a couple of days, I couldn't get out of the bed. I didn't care. That's not me. Then I started having thoughts about ending it. It happened 2 nights in a row. And I purchased a gun not too long ago. And it's in the safe, And I started like, well, if I could go in there right now and just end it all. Because I want it to be over. But it's in my head,
Right.
Thought about my son. I said, he's grown. He'll get over it. You know what I mean?
Right.
I just didn't care. I felt myself withdrawing. People were calling me. I wasn't responding. I didn't care. Finally, I'm talking to one of my girlfriends, and I knew I was smart enough to say, I have to say it. Because a part of me was ashamed. I was like, I don't want them to think I'm crazy. I don't want them to, obsess over me or think they got to come and sit on me, because this one will. And so I was like, I don't want to be handicapped, and I feel weird. So one day I just blurted it out to my girlfriend. I just talked. She called me in the morning. I was like, I thought about killing myself. Like, oh my God, I feel so much better.
When I heard that, I just related to it so much. For those who follow me personally, you guys know that I've also struggled with anxiety and depression since I was a young child, coming probably from my violent childhood growing up. I've struggled with anxiety for years, depression and suicidal thoughts, intrusive thoughts. And so I understand that so much. Like, I've actually been there before. I've been there when I thought to myself, I should just end this right now. There's no hope. I can't do anything. And this happened maybe a couple years ago for me. For the first time I had that thought seriously. And I was just like, I just can't do this anymore. And I remember thinking, kind of trying to rationalize it as people do. And I thought to myself, if I don't reach out to someone, I'm going to do it. And I had to, because I wasn't brave enough to call anyone or say it to anyone directly. I sent a text message to a bunch of people saying, hey, I'm ready to do this, And I remember, even though that was a very difficult time, it freed me so much. And guys, there's so much talk recently about mental health and getting people through it, because so many people struggle with it, sometimes from a traumatic event, sometimes because of some type of mental illness. And I'm not a mental illness expert, but I consider myself a mental illness advocate because I think it's so important. And when I was hearing Taraji's story, who many people say she has it all, fame, fortune, money, people adore her, and she still struggles with that. And I feel like I have a beautiful life, a great job, friends, family. At the time I was going to this wonderful church, and there's so many things that were going good, and yet I could not feel like I escaped it. And I didn't want to tell anyone because of shame, because shame is so powerful. Shame is so powerful. It'll make you not want to say anything at all. And I just wanted to be done, but I didn't want to tell anyone because it's embarrassing, because deep inside I really want to live. I enjoy life. I feel like, even though I have this face that always looks serious, I feel like I love life. I enjoy being with my friends and family, and I find it sad that we don't get to spend more time on this earth together. But I love life and all the challenges and struggle and joy that comes with it. And one of the things you brought up was just how, you don't want to bother people. You don't want people to think you're crazy. I never had those thoughts before until 3 years ago. When I had that thought, I didn't want anyone to think I was crazy, right? I didn't want things to be taken away from me. I was like, what if my job finds out? What if my church finds out? They'll take my job away. They'll take my ministry away. They'll take my child away. Even now, as I share this, I'm scared. I'm thinking, do I really want to post this or not? Will this be used against me one day? Will I someday be in front of a court and they'll say, are you mentally stable to have a child? Guys, this is scary stuff. And I'm like, if someone doesn't say anything, then no one's going to do anything. And we're going to continue to struggle with this. And that's why we need people in our lives to help you. And it is my friends and family that helped you. And it's important to have friends, not people who you trust, like really good, solid friends who don't think you're a burden. I tell you, I thought people were going to find me a burden. I didn't want people to watch after me. I didn't want people to check on me because you know what? I am self-sufficient. I've made it from the bottom to almost kind of not really the top, but I've done it my own. But that's not the way to live. I have one of my favorite Bible verses I want to share with you guys. And it comes from Ecclesiastes 5:10, and it says, for if they fall, it's Ecclesiastes 9-10, two are better than one, because they have good reward for their labor. For if they fall, one will lift up his companion, but woe to him who is alone when he falls, for he who has no one to help him up. If two lie down together, they will keep warm. But how can one be warm alone? Though one may be overpowered by another, two can withstand him, and a threefold cord is not quickly broken. So I sure read Ecclesiastes 5:9-12. But that's about friendship, guys. Friendship. It is so important. You know, as Christians, we believe that God has placed people in groups to support each other, whether it's family, friends, churches, and even if you don't believe in that, just evolutionary biology, we're one of the few species that have that thing known as friendship. I believe we're actually the only species that has actual friendships where people learn from each other and strengthen each other. And there's nothing else like it. Someone check me if I'm wrong there, but that's what I heard on NPR in an interview. So I'm just going to repeat it and regurgitate it. Guys, that's crazy, right? It's beautiful. So I know it can be hard. I know it can be really hard to tell people how you're feeling, but guys, I'm tired of seeing people lost to suicide. I live in the state of Alaska here in Anchorage, and it has some of the highest suicide rates in this country. And I don't want to go to another funeral. Guys, so please get help. If for some reason this video ever became like viral, huge, I will not monetize this. But I don't think that's happening. And I also want to recommend a book. Ooh, the light's getting away. It's called Anxiety Gone: The 3 C's to Recovery from Anxiety Recovery. And it's by this person here. I've been reading through this. My therapist gave it to me earlier this year, and it's been really helpful. I got it from my therapist's office, but I'm sure if you Google it, you'll be able to find it. Anyway, guys, may the Lord bless you and keep you. May the Lord shine his countenance upon you and be gracious to you. Go in peace. Serve the Lord with joy. I'll see you guys later.